I be peeping how they move, yeah. They don't know it, but I see just how they do, yeah. I be peeping how they move, yeah. Ain't no lying, they know hiding from the truth, yeah. Talk about it, can't deny it, I see through it, yeah. Think I'm green, thinking mama raised a fool, yeah. Talk about it, can't deny it, I see through it, yeah.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Shelly P, the prophet with the facts and the logic, and welcome to my channel. This is Read the Room. On this channel, I cannot save you. I'm just trying to give you information. Hopefully you can use it to what? Save yourself. Today's video is not going to be too long. I just want to give y'all some jewels, give y'all some advice, give y'all some information. Today's video is manage your expectations. So in this video, I just want to drop some jewels on here about how to manage your expectations in life so that you can get the best results every day. Okay, personally, every day I honestly don't have much expectations. I have a general idea of how the day is going to go, and then I just move accordingly. Okay, another thing that I know is that change is constant. So one of the only constants in life is change. So never get too comfortable, never get too routine, never get too used to nothing. Be ready to adapt at any moment because change is constant. We need to work on our adaptability. Okay, I feel like we need to be ready to adapt, especially in today's times when technology is advancing so much. We always on to a new platform, we're on to a new thing, just new, everything is new. So with so much newness coming on in the world, new dating rules and expectations and all this stuff like that, just be ready to adapt. Okay, so that's first thing first. Be very adaptable. And another thing is do not expect people to be you. Okay, that's another thing. A lot of times we go out here expecting people to be like we are. You can't expect people to do what you do, right? So, say for instance, like if you're a friend, right, and you're the type of friend that likes to call up and check on your friends often, and just to see how people are doing, just to keep in touch, right? You're just one of those people. You like to reach out to people to let people know that you love them, right? And those people that you reach out to never reach back out to you. That does not typically always mean that they don't love you. People move and operate differently, right? Like me personally, I'm not a caller, right? People typically call me. I typically don't call people. And it's not because I don't love people or I don't want to communicate with people. It's because a lot of times I'd be so wrapped up in my own world. But when people that I love call me, I'd be so happy to talk to them. I'd be like, oh, hey girl, what's up? Da, 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 da. But it's not that I don't love or I don't care. And it's no hard feelings. It's not that I was thinking anything negatively of the people that I haven't reached out to in a while. It's the, hey girl, I'm always so busy in my life working on new projects, always trying to create something new. So I be so busy trying to not fall behind in all the tasks that I have that it doesn't cross my mind to call people. I'm very busy with all my projects that I be starting and stopping. And that is the truth. I could be alone with my thoughts for I don't know how much time. So if people didn't call me, I would probably never get outside of my world. But I feel like some people take that to mean that I don't care about them. Maybe sometimes some people maybe even think that I feel some type of way about them negatively. And it's never the case. I may even think about people. I may be like, oh, I wonder how my homegirl's doing. But I may not call her. I may genuinely wonder and not call her because I may have all these tasks that I feel like I need to do. And I feel like that's something that personally I do probably need to work on better, reaching back out to the people that I love to let them know, hey y'all, I love y'all. And sorry y'all be all in my own world so much, but it's all love. I love y'all. But I also don't expect people to operate like me. Something I learned, I'm the type of person that I give a lot of things. I'll give a lot of things. People be like, you did this, you did that. I don't know if I would have did this. I don't know if I would have did that. I don't know. But me, it's nothing. I'm like, you know what? It's nothing. And I do not expect people to give the same things back to me that I give to them. Sometimes people are not even in the position to do the things that I do for them, for me, right? So I don't expect it either. And I don't expect when they do get in the position for them to do those things. Anything that I do it out of love. Anything that you do, you need to do it out of love. Do not do it expecting somebody to do it back to you or for you, because the world does not work like that. I learned that at a young age, man. When I was a kid, I used to have my little hot Cheetos. You know, we all love hot Cheetos, okay? So I have my little hot Cheetos, walk up to my friends, eating my hot Cheetos, like, oh, let me have some, let me have some. I'm like, all right, y'all my homies, y'all my friends. I share with this friend, I share with that friend, I share with that friend. Next friend, next day, she got some hot Cheetos. I'm like, oh, girl, let me get something. Like, girl, this is the only bag I got. I'm like, thinking to myself, like, yesterday I just gave some lunches, but you ain't finna give me none of yours. All right, but no hard feelings, right? It is what it is. They just don't share just like you share, you know? Accept it and keep it pushing. Move accordingly. Just be like, okay, duly noted. Don't let it change who you are. Don't let it change how you operate. It can change how you operate with them, but don't let it change how you operate as a person. Okay? Don't don't expect people to be who you are. Now, communicate. We need to communicate. Okay? We need to learn how to communicate. A lot of times we hold things in, we do not speak our minds, and we lash out because we don't get stuff off our chest. I always say, I don't stress because I get it off my chest. Me personally, a lot of times we don't want to communicate because we're scared that, well, if I say this, they're going to think this. Or if I bring this up, they're going to think that. We assume a lot of things, right? Let's not assume a lot of things. A lot of times, if somebody rubs you the wrong way, or if there is a misunderstanding, I think that it's very important for you to take a deep breath, take a breather, and truthfully analyze the situation. Ask yourself, am I doing everything in my power to get my point across effectively? Am I really listening to what this person is saying? We need to do a better job communicating. Okay, a lot of times we shut down. Sometimes we get frustrated, we get upset, we want to shut down. We don't want to resolve the issue. I don't believe in leaving problems. I believe that's how you start building resentment for the people that you love, for the people that you work with, for your friends, by not resolving problems, by just letting things slide, by just saying, you know what, I see we're not going to come to the solution, so just forget it. Because you never forget it. You never forget it. So I feel like we need to do the work. We need to do what's hard, which is communicate. We need to have those conversations. We need to say, you know what, honestly, we need to get out of our feelings and get out of our ego. And when we get offended, stop just shutting down and cutting people off, and actually tell the person that they did something to offend you. And don't just be like, well, they should already know. They should already know. They already know that I don't like this. They already know that I don't like that. Okay, you know what? 9 times out of 10 at your job, you already know what you need to do every single day, and y'all still have meetings. And everybody knows everything that they need to do, and y'all still be having meetings. Or somebody's having meetings, and there's new talks, and there's new coachings, and people go over the same thing every single day. So let's not say that people should already know this or they should already know that, because we already know what we're supposed to do every single day, and we still have to get reminders, and we still have to get reinforcements. Just like they say, we need reassurance, right? We need reassurance. Both people need reassurance. Men and women both need reassurance, okay? So communication rules the nation. Express yourself. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be rude. If you don't know how to express how you feel, try to just stick to the facts, or, if somebody does something to you, maybe they didn't say anything, but maybe they just gave you like a look, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a look. They looked at you a certain type of way, and it like made you feel some type of way. I feel like that's a perfect opportunity to start to communicate. Like, hey, is everything okay? Like, yeah, everything's okay. Why would you ask me if everything's okay? Because when you look like that, it made me feel that something was wrong. I'm not trying to start anything. Maybe nothing is wrong at all. I just wanted to make sure, like, is everything okay? Do you want to talk about anything? Just be honest. That look made me a little bit confused. When you looked at me like that, it confused me a little bit. So I just want to make sure, everything is okay. And, that there's, if there any type of Is there any type of conversation that needs to be had? Let's just stop assuming things. Let's stop being in our feelings, and let's stop letting our ego prevent us from getting real resolutions. Okay? Feelings are temporary. So don't ever be controlled by your feelings. Your feelings can change by the second, by the minute. Okay? Feelings can change, but facts remain, right? If you have a person that you care about, that you love, whether it's a friendship or a work relationship, or a lover, whatever. If there is somebody that you care about, you should care how you communicate with them. You should care how your communication affects them. You should care how you make them feel, right? And if you care, then I feel like don't ever let your pride prevent you from having effective communication. Shutting down is not effective communication. A proper way to disconnect, if maybe you get too emotional, is to say something like, hey, right now, this situation, the conversation that we having is, right now my emotions are all over the place. I'm feeling maybe the stress level is maybe a little bit too high right now. I don't want to say anything that I don't think out thoroughly, or whatever. We always can't choose the right words when we're angry. So something simple to say right now is, right now I'm very emotional and I need a minute. If you're too emotional to communicate, that's a simple thing. Right now, I'm very emotional and I need a minute to process how I feel so I can effectively communicate. I love you. I don't want to hurt you. So I need a minute. I need a minute to process my thoughts. And then you need to take that minute. And then the last thing that I want to say is just make sure that you handle your loved ones with care. Okay? Make sure that you handle your loved ones with care. That is so important. Me personally, when I feel like I'm when situations get tense, okay, I still make sure that I handle my husband with care, because he's probably the only one I would even have a tense conversation with, to be honest. Nobody else has enough, I think, access to provoke any type of emotion out of me to be having tense conversations. I don't think. Not at this current state of my life. Not with what I have going on in my life right now. So at the end of the day, I do still know to handle him with care, and I still know that I want to be handled with care. So I treat people how I want to be treated. I treat my husband how I want him to treat me. And I treat him how I treat myself too. I treat myself with care. I treat myself with love. I treat myself with respect. So it's very easy for me to treat others the same way that I want to be treated. Okay? It's very easy. I want to be respected because I respect myself. And I'm respectful, right? I'm respectful to others because I would not allow no disrespect. I express myself with love and compassion. When I'm passionate, I'm passionate. I fall short sometimes. Sometimes I'm not the sweetest. But one thing I'm not going to tear them down. Okay? You don't tear them down. I'm not going to break them down. I may need a minute. I may raise my voice a few octaves, and then I might get a look and I might realize, oh, let me, because again, I attract what I am. And the man I have will not tolerate no disrespect, just like me. Will not tolerate no disloyalty. Will not tolerate any of that. If I want to come to him, I got to come correct always. Or else I could just forget about it myself. Right? And I respect him for that. Because I already know. They always say, people know who to play with. Right? People know who to play with. And that speaks to the fact that some people know how to carry themselves. Some people know how to have the right demeanor. And some people know how to communicate effectively that I'm not the one, without even having to say that they're not the one. Okay? So we got to work on our demeanor. We got to work on our presence. We got to work on how we show up, and we got to show out. All right? Handle each other with love. Handle each other with care. Have gracious. Have patience. And don't really expect anything. Just go with the flow and move accordingly. Always work to be an asset. And don't ever be too big and too proud to communicate. All right? That's it for today. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love.
I see the demons coming out, God won't let them break me. I know the bond is the word and I ain't been forsaken. Had to take the track to church, not today, Satan. Had to take the track to church, not today, Satan. I be peeping how they move, yeah. They don't know it, but I see just how they do, yeah. I be peeping how they move, yeah. Ain't no lying, ain't no hiding from the truth, yeah. Talk about it, can't deny it, I see through it, yeah. Think I'm green, thinking mama raised a fool, yeah. Talk about it, can't deny it, I see through it, yeah. Think I'm green, thinking mama raised a fool, yeah.